Hello, and welcome back to Daily English with Lily and Leo. I'm Lily.
And I'm Leo. Good to be here. And today I have been dreading this episode slightly.
Have you?
You are going to make me tell the smoke alarm story in front of everyone, and I cannot stop you.
That is exactly what I am going to do. But first, if you are new here, hello! This is Daily English with Lily and Leo. We talk about real life, real situations, and somehow through all of that, you improve your English. Every episode has a topic, 5 vocabulary words, and a grammar point. Subscribe now so you do not miss a single one. It is completely free, always.
And if you have been listening for a while, thank you. Genuinely. We see the comments, we read them, and it means everything. Right, the smoke alarm story.
Tell us.
So, about 3 weeks ago, I decided I was going to cook properly. Not pasta with a jar of sauce, which is perfectly fine, by the way.
It is fine.
But I wanted to make a real tomato sauce from scratch. Onions, garlic, tinned tomatoes, olive oil. I had everything. I felt confident.
This already sounds dangerous.
I put the onions in the pan, I added oil, I turned the heat up, and then Biscuit walked into the kitchen, and I bent down to give her a scratch behind the ears.
Biscuit is responsible for the smoke alarm incident.
I was distracted for what I believed was 2 minutes. It was not 2 minutes.
How long?
20 minutes. I looked at my phone and 20 minutes had passed. I do not know how. Time does strange things when you were sitting on the floor with a cat.
And the onions?
Scorched, completely black at the edges, flat at the bottom, no smell of onion left, just the smell of something going very, very wrong. The smoke alarm started screaming. Biscuit ran under the sofa. I'm fairly sure my neighbor knocked on the wall.
Oh, no.
I had to open every window, fan the smoke out with a magazine, and then stand in the kitchen for about 10 minutes feeling like I had failed in some fundamental way.
Did you give up?
I did not. I threw away the burned onions, cleaned the pan, which took a long time because the bottom was completely scorched, and started again with fresh ones.
And the second attempt?
The second attempt was actually very good. The sauce was good, the pasta was good, but then I had to have the smoke alarm battery replaced because apparently screaming for 10 minutes does something to a battery.
Wait, you did not replace it yourself?
No, my neighbour has a toolbox. He loves fixing things. He was happy to do it. 5 minutes later, the alarm had a fresh battery and I had learned nothing about DIY.
So you had it done for you.
I had it done. Someone else did the work. I arranged it. We will talk about that properly in the grammar section.
We will. Okay, my disaster.
Your disaster. Finally.
So, I went through a big meal prep phase. You cook everything on Sunday and then have ready food for the whole week. Very efficient, very organized.
Very you.
Very me, yes. I had a recipe for rice and roasted vegetables. It said it served 4. I wanted 5 days of meals, so I thought, double it.
Sensible plan?
Except I was not doubling it. I had written my own notes and I was reading the wrong column. I had tripled it. And I did not notice until the rice was already cooking and would not fit in the pot.
How many portions did you end up with?
A portion is meant to be 1 serving for 1 person. I made approximately 15 portions.
15.
I had 2 pots going at the same time, vegetables in 2 pans. The kitchen looked like I was preparing for a very hungry army. And even then, I told myself, great, more food, efficient.
When did reality arrive?
When I could not fit all the containers in the fridge, I had to go and knock on my neighbor's door and give her a box. And then I texted Anna and asked if she wanted some rice. Anna said sure. Anna did not know I was going to bring her an enormous container of rice.
What did Anna say when she saw the container?
She opened the door, I held it out, and she just looked at it for a moment. I said, "It is rice." She said, I can see that. And then she took it, and I think she genuinely appreciated it, but was also very confused.
Did you at least eat all the rice yourself eventually?
Some of it. Some of it did not survive the week in the fridge, which meant I also wasted food, which made the whole thing worse.
The lesson?
Read the recipe. Read it again. Count the portions before you start. Use a measuring cup.
Very basic advice that we apparently both need.
We really do. And now I do all of those things every time. So the disaster was useful in the end.
Disasters usually are. Painful, but useful.
Can I tell the Mark story?
Yes, please.
So you may remember Mark. We have mentioned him a few times. Very organized, buys everything online, made a 3-page spreadsheet about the efficiency cost of going to physical shops.
He calculated the exact time wasted per shopping trip in minutes.
That Mark. Well, Mark decided to bake a birthday cake for a friend. First time baking. He watched videos, he had all the ingredients, he felt prepared.
I see where this is going.
Somewhere in the process, he mixed up the salt and the sugar. He used salt instead of sugar. A full cake, baked, cooled, iced.
The friend took a bite?
The friend took a bite, and there's this moment where your brain just cannot process what is happening because it looks like cake. It smells like cake. You are expecting cake, and then it is just salt.
Just pure salt on your tongue.
You cannot substitute the salt back out once the cake is baked. It is permanent. Mark threw the whole thing away and bought one from a bakery.
Which is honestly what he should have done from the start. He does not have a knack for baking.
Some people do, though. Mia, my friend who paints,
Right, Mia.
she bakes beautifully, very precise, very patient. It's a creative thing for her, the same way painting is. She enjoys the whole process.
That is the opposite of how I cook. I cook fast and optimistically.
And sometimes something scorches.
And sometimes something scorches.
I want to bring up David as well. We've mentioned David before. He's the one who tried to fix his sink using a YouTube tutorial.
And flooded his entire kitchen.
Water everywhere. He had to have the whole kitchen floor redone. Professionals came in, pulled up the tiles, replaced everything. It was expensive, and it took days.
And now he's a professional plumber.
Which is one of my favorite things about David's story. He spent years in an office feeling invisible, flooded his own kitchen trying to fix a pipe, and eventually decided if he was going to be around pipes anyway, he might as well understand them properly.
A disaster that became a direction.
And he says now, know when to call someone. Have it done by a professional. It's not giving up. It's being realistic about what you can and cannot do.
Good advice. I should apply it more broadly. Have someone else cook my pasta.
Or, controversial thought, you could order pizza.
Now you are speaking my language.
Breakfast pizza or dinner pizza?
Dinner, obviously, it is a dinner food. It has always been a dinner food. This is not complicated.
I had cold pizza for breakfast this morning, and it was excellent.
That is not breakfast, Lily. That is yesterday's dinner, technically.
A meal is defined by when you eat it, not when it was made.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard, and I am going to think about it for the rest of the day.
Good. Okay, vocabulary.
Vocabulary time. 5 words from today's episode, all useful for real life and B1 to B2 level.
Word 1, scorched. S-C-O-R-C-H-E-D. Scorched means slightly burned, usually on the surface or at the edges. The bottom of a pan can be scorched. Toast can be scorched. The onions were scorched.
Use it. I left the bread under the grill too long and the top was completely scorched.
Word 2, portion. P-O-R-T-I-O-N. A portion is the amount of food meant for one person, one serving. Recipes usually say how many portions they make. I made 15 portions of rice when I needed 5.
Use it. This recipe makes 4 portions, which is perfect for the family.
Word 3, substitute. S-U-B-S-T-I-T-U-T-E. To substitute means to use one thing in place of something else. If you do not have an ingredient, you can try to substitute it with something similar. Mark could not substitute the salt out of the cake once it was baked.
Use it. I had no butter, so I substituted oil. It actually worked really well.
Word 4, knack. K-N-A-C-K. A knack is a natural talent or skill for doing something well. If you have a knack for cooking, you are naturally good at it, even without much training.
Use it. My grandmother had a real knack for making soup. Whatever she put in it always tasted incredible.
Word 5, disaster. D-I-S-A-S-T-E-R. A disaster is something that goes completely wrong, a total failure. Today's episode has been a collection of them.
Use it. The dinner was a complete disaster. We ended up ordering pizza at 10 o'clock at night.
Which is a perfectly valid choice.
It is a dinner choice, yes.
Okay, grammar.
Today's grammar. Have something done.
This is such a useful structure. It comes up in everyday conversations constantly, and a lot of people are not sure how to use it correctly.
So, have something done means you arrange for someone else to do something for you. You are not doing it yourself. Another person does the work. You organize it.
The structure is subject plus have or had plus object plus past participle. Let me give you the examples we already used today. I had the smoke alarm battery replaced. Leo arranged for his neighbor to change the battery. The neighbor did the work.
David had the kitchen floor redone. He organized professionals to come in and fix the damage after the flood. He did not lay the tiles himself.
She had her hair cut. She went to a hairdresser. The hairdresser cut the hair.
Compare, I fixed the sink means I did it myself. I had the sink fixed means I organized someone else to do it. Same result, very different meaning.
And the tense changes depending on time. I have my car serviced every year. Present simple, a regular arrangement. I had my car serviced last month. Past simple, it is done. I am going to have it serviced next week. Future.
Common everyday examples. I had my phone screen replaced. She had her eyes tested. They had the flat painted before they moved in. He had his laptop checked because the fan was making a noise.
Is the laptop example about anyone in particular?
The fan has been making a noise for 3 months. I'm going to have it looked at. Eventually.
Leo.
I know, I should have it checked. I will have it checked. Soon.
Put it in the someday jar.
Speaking of the jar, it is at €4.60. Biscuit knocked it over last week, and we found 10 cents under the rug, so it went up slightly.
Biscuit is accidentally your best financial advisor.
She is doing a better job than I was managing alone, I will say that.
Now, try a sentence with have something done, something from your real life.
I need to have my winter coat cleaned. I noticed a stain, and I keep ignoring it.
Good. I need to have my coat cleaned. You will take it to a dry cleaner. They do the cleaning. Perfect structure. Now you try one.
Your turn.
I had my running shoes resoled last autumn. The grip was completely gone, but the shoes were still good otherwise, so I had a cobbler fix them instead of buying new ones.
That is a very sensible thing to do.
It saved money, and the shoes lasted another 8 months. Highly recommend having things repaired instead of replacing them automatically.
This is the most practical grammar lesson we have ever done.
All our grammar comes from real life. That is the whole point. Okay, one more thing before motivation. The mystery box.
The mystery box is still in the corner. It has been there for over 2 years now. I have decided it is a deliberate design choice.
It is an unpacked moving box.
It is a characterful moving box. It has personality.
Has Biscuit investigated it?
She walked around it once, sniffed the corner, and walked away. Even she has made peace with it.
What do you think is inside?
Cables? Possibly a lamp? Maybe something I forgot I owned. The mystery is part of its value at this point.
The day you open it, a part of this podcast dies.
Exactly. So it stays closed for the listeners.
For the listeners. Okay, motivation.
Motivation section.
Today, we talked about kitchens going wrong. Scorched onions, mountains of rice, a birthday cake made entirely of salt, a flooded kitchen floor. And what strikes me about every single one of these stories is that nobody actually stopped.
I started again with new onions.
You started again. I learned to read the recipe twice. Mark never baked again, which is arguably the right decision for everyone involved, but he dealt with it and moved on. And David flooded his kitchen trying to fix a pipe and eventually retrained as a professional plumber. The disaster became the direction.
Getting something wrong is not the end of the story. It is information.
Exactly. The onions burned. Now you know not to walk away from the pan. There was too much rice. Now you measure carefully. You use salt instead of sugar. Now you label everything clearly and read twice.
In English, it works the same way. You use the wrong tense, you say a word that does not quite fit, you forget how to say something simple in the middle of a sentence, and then you remember it forever because of how it felt.
Mistakes stick. The embarrassing ones, the funny ones, the ones where you think, why did I say that? Those are the ones that teach you the most.
1% every day.
Every single day.
Small, consistent steps. It adds up. In the kitchen, in English, in anything worth learning.
Just maybe keep an eye on the stove while you practice.
The stove first. Always the stove first.
All right, that is our episode. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
If you have not subscribed yet, please do. It is completely free and it genuinely helps us keep going.
Leave a comment and tell us, what is your worst cooking disaster? Use at least one of today's words: scorched, portion, substitute, knack, and disaster. We read every comment.
And if you know someone who is learning English, share this episode with them. One person you recommend us to is worth more than anything else.
See you next week.
Take care, everyone. 1% every day.